Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Keep in Mind, Janky. What a 5 lands is rough. I mean, we want our lands. We have a little bit of combo. We have some digging pieces. I think we have to mulligan though. We don't have enough ways to interact. Oh, and this is better. I was going to say we don't have enough ways to get to our combo. We don't have any of our combo pieces, and no ways to find them. So we will go probably black green. Falsies. See what our opponent's up to. Omniscience seems like a really bad card for us. And that is also a bad card for us. Omniscience is their payoff, I imagine, for some sort of nonsense that they want to play. It looks like I don't know. I mean, oh gosh, that's the exact card we put to the bottom, right? All right. So, they pitch their Omniscience somehow. Oh, commercial district. And I'm hoping they don't have a way to kill our second frog, and that we can start drawing cards into what we need. Opponent looking to combo with something. Okay, untapping with the frog. We kind of need all of our things right now, lands and spells. Lands would be good. See what we draw after we attack. If we can find a combo piece of any sort. We need multiple combo pieces. It's a forest, so we will play the forest and pass the turn. So we can fatal push something maybe. I feel like this is, what is it, Glimpse of Tomorrow maybe? That's the kind of deck we're up against. All the beeping and the binging and pinging or whatever. I guess I got an email and 2 texts. Supposed to have a meeting for my other job and it got rescheduled. So that's, I think, what's going on. All right, let's try to focus. It's interesting trying to talk, commentate, and also read the chat and think of what to. So many snakeskin veils. All right. Just what a weird hand we have right now. I mean, should we just go all in on the snakeskin veil? Elvish Bowmasters, okay. They have Cash Grab, no form, and they put a permanent card from them. Okay, sure. One Ring is in there, okay. So opponent is looking to do combo-y mid-rangey things, it looks like. That probably, maybe not mid-range, but combo off in the mid-game to win the game, it seems like. Sort of like our plan. Ours is creature-based, and I'm still not sure how they're going to go about it, but however they do, I'm sure it will be fun and interesting. Shot becomes a copy of target permanent card in your graveyard. Okay, well, fair enough. That's pretty sweet. Okay, so that's not what I expected. Let's put it that way. Certainly not what I expected. I think we're going to Bowmasters, being our opponent. Maybe they can't do a whole lot. Oh, they can just put their other omniscience in. Seems fun. I'm gonna go search for a creature. So this is, I guess, where Leyline would come into play for us. Grizzlebrand. And a way to give it haste, maybe? Our Fatal Push is looking quite unimpressive right now. Hey, Fatal Push. You want to go see if you can do anything about that Grizzlebrand? And then it bounces off Grizzlebrand's massive chest. Dragon's Rage Chandler. Interesting. Okay. Another way to sculpt their hand, I guess. Yeah, get some things there. Hold on a second. What should we hit? The Channeler? Stop them from drawing cards? We can't hit our opponent. This is why I want to do the Bowmasters in response to the One Ring, even though, I mean, I knew they were going to go off, get in that 1 point of damage, then have a way to punish any sort of draw shenanigans they're up to. I mean, the great thing about what our opponent's doing is this Grizzlebrand doesn't have to go away. It just can attack next turn, and we have 0 ways of answering it, short of pitching our entire hand. Well, I'll go ahead and kill that. Sure, our opponent's like, well, I'd rather you not have killed that, but I want to go ahead and now go get Sundering Titan, perhaps? Ancestral Statue. You return a non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. I guess they're going to return the One Ring. Or something worse. They're going to return. This now I'm confused. I mean, if our opponent's final card is like whatever that card is that does one damn grape shot, I'll be really impressed with Aether Flux. All right, well, we'll scoop it up. Aether Flux, they're going to gain a ton of life, get to 50. We'll scoop it up. I mean, I don't think we can come back with what was in our hand. All right, so we'll bring in the ley lines to help shut off the graveyard. Can bring in Assassin's Trophies as just answers to whatever problem, whatever they have. Thoughtseize, can snag combo pieces. Now, the problem is we have 9 cards. So many. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just don't worry. Maybe we take out the Thoughtseizes because we have to cut somewhere. And although getting a Grizzlebrand with Emperor Bones, but it's a non-bow with Leyline. Bowmaster seems like it might not be at its best, but again, it's our combo. We're going to water down our combo so much, so we could just go all in on. No, take out the Craterhoof, go all in on hating out our opponent's plan. I think the Snakeskin Veils can come out then. Fatal Push did not look at its best. And no, well, we saw some targets. One, we need to get rid of one card. We have our ways of filling the graveyard. We are going to be a little bit slower in executing our game plan, perhaps, but the turn 3 win. So what do we want to take out? Maybe the Mysteries, maybe they need to be. Terra Sunder could be good as ways. We have the Assassin's Trophy. All right, well, we're going to try that. I mean, I assume they're going to bring in Graveyard Hate. I don't know what they think we're up to, since we said it was a brew and all we saw was okay, well, we have the Leyline and the one land, and we have our combo. So we're going to put Bowmasters to the bottom. I mean, this is it if we can find lands. We need to go runner lands is essentially what we need to do to have a chance with. So we will Leyline of the Void and then Polluted Delta looking for, just hope to find a land and hope to play Psychic Frog, hope to find another land. This could be it though. This could be a pretty good, maybe turn 4 might be our earliest. Okay, we really want to land. Please let us find a land. So we want the blue-black, I believe. Please be a land. Please be a land. Please be a land. Okay. That does set up our draw. It is not a land. So do we want to draw it? Or do we go all in on lands? I think we're just gonna have to. I mean, it's a. What would you do, Chad, if you're watching this? I mean, I could have put it in the graveyard and drawn a land, but then again, I could also put it into the graveyard and end up finding like nothing on top. And I feel like the chances. Okay, this is my thought process. The chances of finding a land in the top three are greater than the chances of the second card, the next card down, being a land. I guess it was all land, so we were going to draw a land. All right, so we're going to put this into the graveyard. This on top, and this on top. So if we would have drawn a land had we pitched that in, and then we would have been off. So that was a risk, and it didn't pay off. But I think it's still probably the right play, to be honest. Let me see. So we could go ahead and fetch and perhaps miss a land. We could fetch next. I just don't know what to do. So we really need lands. So we fetch, we play Psychic Frog, pitch Craterhoof. Or maybe we do Orcish Bowmasters. Let's see what our opponent does. I mean, we're not in any danger of this Dragon's Rage Channeler becoming a 3/3, so it's always going to, we'll be able to kill it with the Bowmasters at any point. We could also Otherworldly Gaze and try to, we know we're drawing a land, but we'll fetch and then hopefully find another land and put some other things in our graveyard that we might want. But we already have everything in hand that we need. We just need to survive long enough to stick our combo. Meanwhile, opponent's going to be surveilling, looking to find an answer for our ley line. So that's kind of like the game within the game right now is, can we make our land drops and stick our pieces fast enough before our opponent can find an answer for the ley line, assuming they even have one in there that they brought in from the sideboard. You would think they would be cognizant of that, but the One Ring also kind of messes with our plan. If we want to go off the turn, we can go off if they stick the One Ring. So they exiled all that. They're looking for probably, may put a permanent card. All right, well, they must have a One Ring. All right, so the other option, we can go ahead and flash in this Bowmasters and then hope to draw a land. And if we don't end up drawing a land, do the Otherworldly Gaze as a alternative. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. We don't have a way to protect Emperor Bones if they do like have lightning bolts, for instance. And we're looking really foolish for not Bowmastering already. Malevolent Rumble. All right, we're gonna go for it. It's sad, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna get the overgrown tomb, I believe. Flash in the bowmasters. Kill that. Be ready to hit our opponent or ping off this treasure token when they go to draw a card next turn. And hope we hit a land. Oh, we got punished. Max punished. What's the best thing we can do right now? Bones or Psychic Frog? Or just try to find a land. Grizzly Salvage, we can go digging for more lands. Psychic Frog, we can get down and start pitching things. Otherworldly Gaze sets us up again to try to find a land. Or we can just stick Emperor Bones and hope it lives. So the next, we really need to hit a land there. See if they want to draw 2 cards or not. Get rid of their token, hopefully. All right, so that worked out. Looks like our opponent forgot about that little bit of synergies. The One Ring. All right, so they're going to take a turn off. And we are going to hopefully find some lands at the top of our library with this Otherworldly Gaze. Wow. Okay, well, graveyard. 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 We're getting max punished. Max punished. Come on, be a land. Just help us out, deck. Just draw us a land naturally. That would be ideal. Another Grizzly Salvage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Digging and digging. I mean, we could have kept that land on top. Look at that. Okay, so we did find a land. I mean, we're so close. But this, issue with not having any lands. Can't target that. I guess we'll target this. I mean, we're giving our opponent all kinds of time just as we struggle to hit our land drops. So what we're going to do is, assuming we can find a land off of this Misty Rainforest, surveilling, we will cast a Psychic Frog and the Emperor Bones, wait till our opponent's end step to pitch the Emperor, or pitch the Craterhoof, and then the next turn, try to get the sequencing correct so we can attack and kill our opponent. Okay, what can we do here? They're looking to get a ramp into something big, it looks like. I mean, honestly, good lord, just think of the so if we could have found a Craterhoof that turn into the graveyard, we could at least have gone. We could have gone Emperor into Craterhoof immediately if we find a land here. But instead, we're having to jump through an extra hoop of Psychic Frog. I mean, it's just brutal right now. And then what do we do if we find like a Fatal Push on the top with the Surveil land? Underground Mortuary. We just want to land again. A Bowmasters also slows us down, but it does so much work against our opponent. Oh man! All right. Well, we're gonna put it in the graveyard, even though it's one of our best cards against what our opponent's doing. We could have. We're just. I think we're being a little impatient by putting it in the graveyard, hoping to get a land and go off on our opponent's next turn. Because I'm not even sure we're gonna get a next turn with all this mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just don't know if it's gonna be if it's reasonable to expect. Land, please, for the love of God, give us a land deck. Thank you. So I kind of want to just save up Grizzly Salvage and then at the end of their turn pitch. And I think that should be lethal. And not give for them a target with Emperor of Bones. Also, we misplayed, but we're going to do Grizzlies. I was going to say we should have gotten a blue source so we could do the Otherworldly Gaze if we wanted, but we'll go ahead and swing in. I mean, I think that this is the turn this is gonna win or lose the game right here. Either they go off on this turn and kill us, or we get to go off on our turn. All right, so opponent. So Cityscape Leveler, cast a spell to destroy if one target 9 permanent. Okay. We'll see what they target. I'm glad we didn't run out the Emperor of Bones because then it would have been bad for us. So if they're depending on what their game plan is, they may just go after the ley line. At which point we're fine with that. Going up to the frog. And we went through this. I'm not sure because now they're going to have a big blocker. We'll see. I mean, thankfully they can't draw without it punishing them more. Thankfully they don't have the mana to create another cityscape leveler. Um, our opponent was saying they sniffed it out and they don't think let's see. Let's see if we can do it. So we're gonna, at the beginning of combat, exile up to one target card from a graveyard. Before declaring attackers, we will put the counters on it to bring back the Stompy. See if we can do it right. I can't even attack. Why can't I adapt? Yeah, I mean, that is either an oversight on my part or I'm just wrong. If I'm wrong, then there is no way I can win. Then there was no way. I'll see what my opponent thinks, because I thought at the beginning of combat there was still a chance to hit the adapt button before declaring attackers. Um, Let's see. All right, well, clearly I misclicked, and I knew that was going in. That's why I reread the card, but um, all right, well, opponent's really nice. Appreciate the chat. I'll add them as a buddy too. And good luck with your testing and at your tournament. For cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Yeah, disappointing. I'll have to go through and re-practice them. I mean, you only get so many times you get to see the combo like that. So missing the, I don't know, I guess hitting though. I thought I was hitting okay to say that for the trigger of the Craterhoof to go under Emperor Bones, but it looks like I was hitting okay. I think I was hitting okay to go to con to declare attackers. All right, opponent peaced out. Checking out the Duskmore spoilers. All right, for cyclesgaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next.
This has been another edition of Keeping Modern Janky. This is Johnny Cycles with cyclesgaming.com. If you haven't already, check out my original Magic the Gathering content over at cyclesgaming.com. I write about my various commander decks. I post articles and video of my gameplay of my various modern janky brews, and I'm publishing my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, serially. If you enjoy the content, check out my YouTube channel, Johnny Cycles, and click that subscribe button. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles. I'll catch y'all on the next one.